Today we're at Yogalates. So we're gonna start today in the child's pose. Widen your knees, stretch out the arms, stretch through your back, draw your tailbone in. Breathe here, press your forehead to the mat. And then start walking over to the right side. Press into the ground wherever you're at. Stay there, breathe. Try to stretch out your spine and feel that stretch get deep into the left side body. On your exhalation, walk it all the way over to the left side. Press into the ground and you should feel that stretch into the right side body. Breathe. And the exhalation walks us back to center. So we're going to curl our toes slightly while we're in this child's pose. Press back into that extended arm child's pose. And then reach up, lift up just slightly off the ground with the knees in tabletop position and go back into child's pose. And then come back, lift up. So it's almost like you're doing a tabletop position, but more into that bear crawl position. Press child's pose, tabletop with those knees lifted. And you should start feeling quad and core engagement here. Good, just keep moving with your breath. All right, and 5 more, and then we're gonna add a knee tap, tapping the opposite hand to knee. 3 more. 2. All right, and the next time you come into that tabletop with the knees lifted, tap the right knee with the left hand back into tabletop, extended arm child's pose, and then switch. Tap opposite knee to hand, go back into that extended arm child's pose. So we're tapping opposite knee with your hand. Just keep going at your own pace. You're starting to heat up a little bit. Good, 30 more seconds. If at any time you need to, you don't have to lift your knees. You can just do the tabletop and extended arm child's pose. The challenge is to lift your knees every time. Good, 15 more seconds. And then we're just gonna come into our down dog. Oh. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift into your downward facing dog, walk your dog. Ooh, move through the feet, through the knees, through the hips. Tuck that chin in toward your chest. And either close your eyes or you can gaze at the inner thighs or navel. And just pedal it out. Keep drawing that belly in. Keep widening your fingers. Open up through the back body. Keep breathing. Good. Another 3, 2, and 1. Bend both knees down. See if you can hover off the ground and then take it back into that to the down dog. So tabletop with those knees hovered, and down dog. If at any time you need to, you can just come into your extended arm child's pose to rest. We're really stretching out all the way through the back leg muscles, the Achilles heels, the calves, the hamstrings. Good, keep moving with your breath. 20 more seconds. Just take your time, whatever feels good. You can stay there, move through it, go faster or slower at your own pace. 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot forward, left foot forward. Place your hands either above or below your knees. Inhale, look up, let the legs straighten up. Exhale, bow down. Move with that breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. Keep moving with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhale, bow down. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend both knees, sit that seat way back. Start tucking that tailbone in, bring the palms to your heart center. Stay here, shift low, lift up just your right heel. Hold, balance, just that right heel is lifted. Keep holding. Another 5, 4, 3, keep sitting low on that left side. 2, 1, take your right elbow, twist. So we want right elbow on left knee, opposite elbow to knee. Stay here, keep plugging all of the weight on to your left heel. If you want, you could try to float your right leg up just slightly. Balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that right heel down. Inhale, lift up. Stay here, deep breath. Exhale, bring those palms to your heart center. Plug into your right heel. Lift up just your left heel. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Left forearm, right side. Look up to that right side. Plug into your right heel. And for an added challenge, see if you can float the left foot off the ground. Balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet down. Bring it back to center. Inhale up, all the way up. Reach all the way up. Step to the top of your mat. Take your hands behind your head and open up the chest. Lift up the chin. Stay here a moment. Just breathe. And if you haven't already, set your intention for your practice today. Something that's benefiting yourself and all beings everywhere. And just lift up the corners of your mouth. Try to breathe through your nose. And just breathe that positive intention. 5 breaths, feeling grounded into the earth, connected into the universe, and meeting into your heart. On the exhalation, gently release. Your arms are going to float down, hands under your shoulders, and then stepping or jumping, find a plank lying position. Gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down, all the way down. Inhale, press up into your cobra or your up dog. Exhale to get into your downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Breathe here, tuck that chin into your chest. Send all the weight towards your heels. Widen those fingers, open up your shoulders. And on the exhalation, bend those knees down back into that tabletop-like position. Shift the weight back and forward. Shift the weight back and forward. Like we were doing before with that extended arm child's pose, but this time, see if you can float your knees the whole time. If you want to, go back to what we were doing before and lower those knees down and lift up when you come up. So either those knees float the whole time or let those knees lower when you come into those to the extended arm child's pose. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now step right foot forward. Lift the arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower those hands down. Step back into that tabletop position with those knees floating. Reach back. Step left foot forward. Float those arms up. So we're going to keep alternating. Step one side up and other side up. If you want that added challenge, don't let your knees touch the ground, or you can always let those knees touch at any time. You might want to do a few of the challenging ones, and then a few of the knees touching ones. They're both hard. But just keep alternating. Right foot, left foot. This is helping with the balance, helping with the breath. And if you're like me, you're already sweating. I think this is one of the hardest classes, but in the best kind of way. Because you get your flow going on, your strength, and your stretch. Keep going. Just at your own pace, 20 more seconds. Ten more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and then step one foot forward. Just hold it there. It doesn't matter which foot. And we're just sweeping the arms up. On the exhalation, lower down, sweep it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it down. Try to bend that back knee a little bit if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now the next time we sweep those arms up, step your foot forward. Both feet forward, reach those arms all the way back, open up through the chest. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders. Find your plank line, stepping or jumping. Hold your plank line, gaze forward. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze shoulder blades together, open up. Squeeze together, open up. 10 more if you need to. You can lower your knees down, squeeze, and open. Squeeze the quads, squeeze the core. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips down. Squeeze elbows in toward the ribs. And find baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. Stay here 5 breaths. Try to squeeze your glutes. Try to keep those shoulders away from your ears. Try to keep your spine long. Good, 5 more breaths. One more deep breath in. On the exhalation, curl your toes. Take it back into extended arm child's pose with those knees floating off the ground. And then step right foot forward. Float those arms up. Bring it down. And left foot forward, just like we did before. Make sure you remember which side was in front before, because we're going to do the opposite side in about 30 seconds. Keep alternating one foot forward and the other foot forward. Again, for that challenge, try not to touch your knees to the floor when you reach back. Keep going, 15 more seconds. And we're gonna step that opposite foot forward. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, make sure you go your opposite side forward. Float those arms up and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Try to put a little bend in that back knee. 5 more. 4. All right, in 3, we're gonna step that other foot forward. 2. Okay, 1 more. And step that other foot forward. Woo. Both feet forward. Bring those palms to the heart center. Breathe here. Ground through the soles of your feet. Feel into your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your mind. Feel your connectedness into the earth, into the central sun, into your heart. And on that next inhalation, inhale the arms up and take them out to the side, palms facing up. Step your left foot forward just slightly. Left foot forward slightly. Relax the eyes in a soft gaze or just close. And imagine that sunlight is beaming down on you, absorbing through the palms of your hands. And feel love and grace surrounding you. And just breathe into that. Two more deep breaths. On the exhalation, bring those palms to heart center. We're gonna keep the right foot where it is. We're gonna take the left foot all the way over to the right side. So think of curtsy type position. Palms stay together, but all the way into your front right foot. Bend down and up. Keep a bend in your knee, in this front knee the whole time. This back left foot, the heel is lifted, but we're also putting that buoyancy in the knee. We're gonna challenge ourselves and get a little bit lower. See if you can actually just graze the ground with your knee And then right back up. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna, if you have a ball or a ring, actually, sorry, I should have had this closer to us. Either grab a ball or a ring, come back into this curtsy position. If you don't have one, you could have a block, you could have anything here, or nothing at all. And then little pulses into your ring or your ball or your block, or just pulse your hands and keep putting that little bend in the back knee. Squeeze through the shoulders, pulse 10, 9, see if you can get lower, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna sweep it all the way up to the right side, down to the left. Inhale all the way up to the right, look up. Exhale down to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep down. 8 more. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep. 8, good. 7, 6, 5. If you're not at my pace, it's okay. 4, just go at your own pace. 3, 2, 1 more. And 1. Okay, this right foot, keep your ring with you. Take your right foot, cross the ankle over your knee, and start sitting into it. Take that ring or the ball out shoulder height. Keep this right foot flexed. Pulse into your ring or your ball or whatever you have. Keep sitting low. If it's a struggle for you to balance, you could just lean up onto a wall or a couch and don't worry about the pulsing of the ring or the ball. Because I more so want you to get the stretch into the IT band. All right, we have 10, 9, 8, keep sitting low, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly come up and just walk it out. If you want to, grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna do our other side. So we had our right foot in front. Now it's our left foot in front. Move into this curtsy position. Have your prop out in front of you. And we're just starting with our curtsy squats, plugging to your front left foot. Get that knee nice and low. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, keep pushing into that front heel. 3, 2. Now we're gonna stay nice and low as comfortable for you. Stretch those arms out and pulse it. If you don't have a prop, just little arm circles, something to keep the arms engaged through the shoulders. Keep pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna bring it all the way up to the left. Inhale up, exhale, sweep it down. Inhale, look up to the left. Exhale, sweep it down. 10 more. Inhale up, Exhale, sweep. 10. Move with that breath. 9. Keep plugging into that front foot. 8. Keep that back knee down if you can. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Get nice and low, just 2 more. 2, last one. And 1. Woo. All right, now we're gonna stretch it out. Left ankle over your right knee. If you need to, hold on to something, because I really want you to get that stretch in. And if you want to challenge, pulse your ball or little arm circles. We've got 10 more breaths. 10. 9. Try to keep sitting low. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Slowly come up. Take your feet out nice and wide. Start circling through the hips. Bend your knees. Take that ring out in front of you or whatever it is if you have a ball. Or just use your arm weight. And squeeze your prop. Good. Move the hips, move the knees. Feel that fluidity through the lower body. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're going the other direction. Same thing, just other way. Fluid through the hips. Big range of motion as much as you can. And even push your hips forward. You should feel some core engagement here too. And keep remembering to straighten out those arms. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're gonna just take our feet wide in a big, wide sumo squat. If you have a ball, your ball is gonna go onto your right shoulder and your left hand goes onto your hip. Pulse your ball and pulse down, or you could use your ring. Ring's gonna be a little bit more resistance, and that ball is gonna be a little bit less resistance. You don't have either, grab a small weight, or just use the weight of your arm. And try to keep pulsing, hips down, tucking that tailbone, and you're kind of helping push down. Keep going, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep opening up those knees. 4, 3, 2. Hold that resistance on the shoulder. I'm already shaking, and we're swaying side to side. Try to get lower. Try to get really low for 10. Keep pressing down your prop. 9, 8, 7. Get even lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, switch sides. Left side, right hand onto the hip. Pulse those hips down, push into your heels. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep opening up those knees, squeeze the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that squeeze, sway. Open up those knees, squeeze your glutes. Keep swaying and get low. 10, 9, 8, 7, even lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, before we come all the way down to our mat, you can take your props away right now. We're gonna move into downward facing dog. Ooh, I'm sweaty. Move into that down dog, and while you're here, I want you to just massage through the top part of your feet. So just start with one side. Make sure you move from pinky toe to big toe, keeping your spine nice and straight. And just focus on the top part of your foot that sometimes we forget about. Breathe through it. 4, 2. And whenever you're ready, move to your other foot. Massage through the pinky, through the big toe. And then sometimes one foot is more tense than the other. So just take it at your own comfort, whatever is comfortable for you. Breathe into it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And move it back into your downward facing dog. Press all the way back into that down dog. And then hover those knees back into that tabletop where your knees barely touch. Down dog. Hover down. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. If you want to, you can actually touch your knees down. 7. The challenge is to hover them. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we're going to find this tabletop position. Challenge, float your knees, or you can lower your knees all the way down. Challenge is float those knees, round and arc. Round and arc. 10 more. If you need to, put the knees down. 9, 8, 7. Good. 6. Try to exhale into the back. Inhale into the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And lower those knees all the way down, extended arm child's pose. Just like when we started. And this time, hopefully your quads are feeling fired up. Your core is fired up, your back is fired up. So the stretch should feel a little bit different than it felt before. Good, breathe through it. On the exhalation, move it into tabletop position. Step your right foot forward. Right foot forward, the left foot, curl your toe. Keep your hands onto the mat, and we're just gonna bend that knee up and down on this left side. Up and down, little movements. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and set that knee all the way down. Relax that foot on the left side. Stay here and just Place your hands onto your knee. Press your hands, lean back. You should be feeling this stretch here in your quad, that left side into the hip flexor. Stay here, just breathe a few breaths. We're gonna start warming down. So not so much cardio anymore, or whatever that was that made us drip and sweat. Keep breathing. Good. 2 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, we're gonna keep this front foot here and just shift our weight back. You might need to move this foot back a little bit because I want you to shift this right hip back. And then imagine that you're just trying to pick up the mat with your front foot. So the foot on the right side should feel the stretch on the top part into the shin. And then just start leaning into that long leg in the front. Keep drawing your belly in. Try not to round your spine right now. Try to keep your chest lifted and just focus on the stretch in the front of your foot into the shin. 3 more deep breaths. And then whenever you're ready, lift up the toes. Keep your heel down, your opposite hand, your left hand. See if you can hold on the pinky toe side and try to look behind on the right side. So we're looking behind our right shoulder or whatever leg that's straight, holding on with your opposite hand to foot. And you should feel this stretch into the calf muscle, into the hamstring. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bring it back to center. All right, so we're gonna move into a split. If you have the block around you, I'm actually gonna use my ball because it's right here. Start moving. Oh, wow, my mat is so sweaty. I just moved right into it. So you could have a block or a ball or a pillow, something under your hamstring, and just get a deep stretch, whatever feels good for you. Breathe. 5 more deep breaths. On your exhalation, release your hands down. And we're just gonna come back into our tabletop position. Round and arc, take a few cat-cows. Resetting through the spine, make it feel good for you. And I'm just gonna turn myself around so I can still see you guys when we do our other side. Just loosen up any kinks. And when you're ready, find your flat tabletop back, stepping left foot forward. That right toe is gonna curl behind you. Just keep your hands in line with your shoulders and start prepping your back leg by bending and lengthening. You can tap the knee down, or maybe you don't. We're starting to loosen up that hip flexor, the quad. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release that knee all the way down. Relax your foot. See if you can stack your hands on top of your knee. And just take a few breaths here, sinking into the hips, feeling the stretch on the hip flexor on the right side into the quad, keeping your spine long, shoulders down, and we're sinking down into the hips, but up through the spine. Keep breathing, 3 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, release your leg, and we're gonna just shift the hips back. Might need to scooch your foot a little bit back because I want this left hip to be in line with your right hip. And we're just gonna focus on crunching up your foot like it's catching the mat underneath you. And then again, we don't really wanna round the spine. We're just keeping your spine long, the chest lifted, and focus on that stretch into the top of your foot, into the shin. Good job, you guys. 5 more deep breaths. One more deep breath. On your exhalation, we're bringing this foot up, the heel is down. Catch it with your opposite hand and start walking your left hand behind you. Look behind your left shoulder. Right hand catches onto the pinky toe part of your foot. 5 deep breaths. And the exhalation slowly unwinds us. Here's where we're gonna do our split, our Hanasana. So if you want a little prop underneath your hamstring, it's at your own pace. Take your time coming into that split. Remember, we're usually more flexible on one side than the other. So just get to know your body or remember your body. 5 more deep breaths. One more deep breath in. And on the exhalation, slowly come out. Find your tabletop position. Round and arc. Back into your cat-cow. Just resetting through the spine. Taking your time, make it feel good for you. Little movements along the way. And find your flat tabletop back when you're ready. Inhale, reach your right arm all the way up. Deep breath in. Exhale, thread it through. Placing that shoulder onto the mat. And you could stay here with your left hand pressing onto the mat. You could extend through the fingertips and get a fingertip stretch also. Or you could wrap it around and put it into your right pocket. So whatever your choice is, I want you to really focus on opening up through that right shoulder behind you. Keep breathing, 5 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, the left hand comes under the shoulder. Come back and take your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, open up through the chest. Push your hips forward, look upward. Try to lift those arms up as much as you can. Breathe 5 more deep breaths. Keep pushing those hips forward. Arms come up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that tabletop position. We're going other side. Left arm reaches up, deep breath in, exhale, thread it through. With that left shoulder onto your mat. The right hand could stay here. It could extend through the fingertips, or you could wrap it around and put it in your left pocket. But again, just really focusing on opening up through that left shoulder. Try to keep that palm facing up on the bottom left hand. And look up to the right. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand presses you back up. Take those hands, lock them behind you. Open up through the chest, push those hips forward. Lean back, see if you can lean back a little bit more than before. As you push your hips forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly untangle. Bring those legs in front so we can sit onto our seat. Hug into a tight little ball, rock side to side. Chin into the chest. And we're gonna find that neutral spine. Release your arms from your legs and then just squeeze the fists, squeeze the feet, squeeze, squeeze every muscle in your body. Squeeze 5. Keep squeezing 4. Squeeze 3, 2, 1. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out and release your limbs to the earth. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. And just release. Release the breath. Release the tension. Release the thoughts. Give it all away. Make space for everything that you want in your life. It's like a cycle, giving and receiving, receiving and giving. In order to give, we must receive. In order to receive, we must give. Like the breath, inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, making small movements, wiggling fingers and toes, moving your head side to side, taking any stretches that feel good, and hugging those knees into your chest whenever you're ready. And rolling to your right side. Use that left hand to press you into seated position. And on your next inhalation, inhale the arms all the way up, palms touch at the top. Exhale into your heart center. 2 more times, up and around. Inhale up. Exhale into your heart. 1 more time. Inhaling all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, bring it into your heart center. And namaste.